Hey everybody, it's your boy. It's viral with another exciting video. And guys, can we talk about Taylor Swift for just a second? The woman is a living legend. She's been topping the charts since she was like 16 years old, and she just keeps getting better and better. Taylor Swift has given us some truly unforgettable performances throughout her amazing career. Whether she's singing about heartbreak or celebrating love, Taylor brings so much raw emotion to the stage. And that's what we're diving into today. Those performances that make you feel every single word she sings. Today, we're diving into some of her most emotional performances, including ones that fans can't stop talking about, like her iconic rendition of All Too Well. Get ready to feel all the feels, Swifties, because this one's for you. Alright, let's kick things off with the one and only All Too Well. This song has become an anthem for anyone who's ever experienced heartbreak. It's a song that resonates deeply with so many people, and Taylor Swift's performance at the 2014 Grammys was nothing short of legendary. Come on, this song is basically the heartbreak anthem of our generation. The lyrics, the melody, everything about it just hits you right in the feels. And when Taylor took the stage at the Grammys, she brought all of that emotion to life in a way that only she can. And her 2014 Grammy performance, forget about it. It was a moment that will go down in music history. The way she commanded the stage, the way she connected with the audience, it was pure magic. It was like watching a masterclass in emoting. Every note, every word, every gesture was filled with raw, unfiltered emotion. You could see the pain and the passion in her eyes, and you could feel it in every note she sang. Taylor looked so young, and there was so much raw emotion in her voice as she sang about heartbreak. It was a performance that showed just how talented and versatile she is as an artist. She wasn't just singing a song, she was telling a story, and she was doing it in a way that made you feel every single word. It was like she was reliving every single detail right there on stage. You could see the memories flashing before her eyes, and you could feel the weight of those memories in her voice. It was a performance that was as much about the emotion as it was about the music. And the way she played the piano, so much passion. It was like the piano was an extension of herself, and every note she played was a reflection of her soul. The way her fingers moved across the keys, the way she poured her heart into every chord, it was mesmerizing. You could practically feel the heartbreak radiating off of her. It was a performance that was so raw, so real, that it was impossible not to be moved by it. You could see the tears in her eyes, and you could feel the pain in her voice. It was a moment that was as beautiful as it was heartbreaking. You know it's real when even the camera operators are tearing up. The entire audience was captivated, and you could see the emotion on their faces. It was a performance that touched everyone who saw it, and it's one that will be remembered for years to come. And the hair flip? Don't even get me started on the hair flip. Iconic. It was a moment that perfectly captured the intensity and the emotion of the performance. It was a moment that showed just how much Taylor was feeling the music, and it was a moment that fans will never forget. Some fans even speculate that she was directing her performance at Jake Gyllenhaal, who many believe the song is about. Whether that's true or not, there's no denying that Taylor poured her heart and soul into that performance. It was a performance that was as personal as it was powerful. Now, I don't know about all that, but I do know that Taylor knows how to sell a song. She knows how to connect with her audience, and she knows how to make you feel every single word. It's a talent that few artists possess, and it's one of the things that makes Taylor so special. And the best part? She didn't even need any fancy stage production or backup dancers. It was just Taylor, her piano, and that voice that could make a grown man cry. It was a performance that was stripped down and raw, and it was all the more powerful for it. It was just Taylor, her piano, and that voice that could make a grown man cry. The simplicity of the setup only added to the intensity of the performance. It was a reminder that sometimes less is more, and that true talent doesn't need any embellishments. Seriously, if you haven't seen this performance, stop what you're doing and go watch it right now. It's a performance that will give you chills, and it's one that you won't soon forget. It's a performance that shows just how powerful music can be, and it's one that will leave you in awe. I'll wait. Back? Okay, good. Now that you've seen it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know just how incredible that performance was, and you know just how talented Taylor Swift is. Now you understand what I'm talking about. You understand the power of that performance, and you understand why it's one that will be remembered for years to come. It's a performance that was as much about the emotion as it was about the music, and it's one that will stay with you long after it's over. That's the power of Taylor Swift, people. She has the ability to take a song and turn it into an experience. She has the ability to make you feel every single word, and she has the ability to leave you in awe. That's what makes her one of the greatest artists of our time, and that's what makes her performances so unforgettable. Okay, so we've covered the heartbreak. Now let's talk about the feels-good stuff, because Taylor's not just about tears and tissues, people. She can also bring the sunshine, and The Best Day is a perfect example of that. This song, dedicated to her mom, is all about the bond they share. And her performance of it during the Reputation tour? Man, it gets me every time. You could just see the love and gratitude in Taylor's eyes as she sang to a packed stadium. It's like she wasn't just performing for thousands of fans, she was sharing a special moment with her mom in front of the whole world. And that's what makes it so beautiful. It reminds us that even megastars like Taylor Swift are just regular people at heart, who cherish the relationships they have with their loved ones. And who doesn't love a good mom song? Am I right? I mean, I'm not crying, you're crying. Okay, maybe I'm crying a little bit, but it's a good cry. A happy cry. Chapter 3. Okay, time to grab the tissues again, folks. This next part is going to be a roller coaster of emotions, so brace yourselves. Because Ronin is not for the faint of heart. It's a song that digs deep into the soul and brings out emotions you didn't even know you had. This song, based on the blog of a mother who lost her young son to cancer, is one of Taylor's most emotional and personal tracks. The rawness and vulnerability in her voice make it clear that this is more than just a song for her. It's a tribute. And her performance at the Stand Up to Cancer event? It was nothing short of heart-wrenching. Man, it's hard to even talk about it without getting choked up. The atmosphere in the room was thick with emotion, and you could see it on every face in the audience. Taylor's voice was so soft and delicate, like she was trying to handle the song with the utmost care and respect. Each note seemed to carry the weight of the world. You could feel the sorrow and respect she has for the family as she sings every line. It was as if she was channeling the grief and love of Ronin's mother through her own voice. She wasn't just performing. She was sharing a story, a tragedy, and a message of hope, all at the same time. The way she conveyed the narrative was so powerful that it felt like you were living it with her. Many fans describe this as one of the hardest performances to watch because of how real it feels. The authenticity in her delivery makes it impossible to remain unaffected. And I have to agree, it's a performance that stays with you long after the music has stopped. It's raw, it's honest, and it's a reminder that life is precious. Every moment counts. And Taylor's performance drives that point home in the most poignant way. But even in the midst of such sadness, Taylor finds a way to bring a glimmer of light. Her ability to balance sorrow with hope is truly remarkable. She reminds us that even though Ronin is gone, his memory lives on through his family, his friends, and through her music. It's a beautiful tribute that ensures his spirit will never be forgotten. The performance was not just a song, but a moment of collective mourning and remembrance. It brought people together in their shared grief and love for Ronin. As the song ended, the audience rose to their feet, giving Taylor a standing ovation. It was a moment of solidarity, a testament to the power of music to heal and unite. Taylor wiped away her own tears as she took in the overwhelming response. It was clear that this performance had touched everyone deeply. In that moment, it wasn't just about the music. It was about the connection between the artist and the audience, and the shared experience of honoring a life taken too soon. As Taylor left the stage, the emotion in the room lingered. It was a performance that would be remembered for its raw honesty and heartfelt tribute to a little boy named Ronin. Chapter 4. Alright, let's lighten the mood a bit with Clean. Now, this song might not be as widely known as some of Taylor's other hits, but trust me, it's a powerful one. The 1989 World Tour was filled with electrifying performances, but Clean stood out as one of the most emotional. This song symbolizes a personal breakthrough for Taylor, and her live performances reflect that. The imagery of rain falling during the show only added to the atmosphere, as fans could feel the power of her healing journey. It was like she was washing away the pain of the past and emerging stronger on the other side. And the way she belted out those high notes, goosebumps, people, goosebumps. It was a reminder that no matter what life throws at you, you can always come out clean on the other side. Chapter 5. Okay, we've made it to the grand finale, the piece de resistance, the moment we've all been waiting for. The performance that broke the internet. It was the talk of the town, the highlight of the week, and the moment that had everyone buzzing. I'm talking, of course, about the 10-minute version of All Too Well on Saturday Night Live. A performance that was not just a musical act, but a storytelling masterpiece. I mean, come on, this wasn't just a performance. It was an experience, an emotional journey that took us through the highs and lows of heartbreak and nostalgia. A full-blown emotional roller coaster that left us all speechless. Every note, every word, every glance was filled with raw emotion. Taylor took an already iconic song and turned it into a masterpiece. She breathed new life into it, adding layers of meaning and depth that we never knew existed. The extended version added so much more context and depth to the already iconic song. It was like peeling back the layers of an onion, revealing more and more with each verse. Fans were left in awe as she delivered each line with even more heartbreak than before. And the short film? Oh, the short film! Don't even get me started on the short film. It was a visual and emotional feast, a mini-movie that added even more depth to the song. It was like watching a mini-movie unfold right before our eyes. Taylor's acting was impeccable, capturing the essence of the song's story. Taylor's acting chops were on full display, showing us that she's not just a singer, but a versatile artist. And Sadie Sink and Dylan O'Brien, give those kids Oscars. Their performances were so compelling, so real, that you couldn't help but be drawn into the story. But the best part? The way Taylor just commanded the stage for a full 10 minutes straight. No breaks, no pauses, just pure, unadulterated talent. No gimmicks, no distractions, just pure, raw emotion. It was a performance that reminded us all why we fell in love with her music in the first place. It was a reminder that she's not just a pop star, she's an artist. A true storyteller who can convey the deepest of emotions through her music. A storyteller, a legend. And this performance? It solidified her place in music history. A moment we'll never forget. Well, folks, there you have it. 5 of the most emotional Taylor Swift performances that will have you reaching for the tissues and blasting her music on repeat. Whether she's breaking our hearts with All Too Well or making us smile with songs like The Best Day, Taylor Swift knows how to connect with her audience in a deeply emotional way. These performances are just a few examples of why she's not just a singer, but a storyteller who brings her songs to life on stage. From heartbreak anthems to uplifting ballads, Taylor's music has a way of making us feel everything so deeply. And that's why we love her. She's not afraid to be vulnerable, to share her heart with the world, and to make us feel less alone in our own emotions. Have any other performances that brought you to tears? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more Taylor Swift content.